The year was 1999, and Trace Robinson was running late to the APWA board meeting.
I think we met at the Chuckarama over in Salt Lake City, and we had our board meeting there. It was right before we had they had the monthly luncheon, and I just walked in. I was about 15 minutes late because of traffic, and they were all kind of laughing. And Mike Mariband, who was the APWA president, said, you weren't here, so we volunteered you to start the first conference.
So Trace called up some reliable friends, booked the Hale Center Theater, and got to work building the conference. The very first APWA Utah Fall Conference was born.
I think it was the first year, in 1999, that Trace asked me to give a presentation on storm drainage.
That's about when Greg, I think it was either that year or the following year, I asked Greg to be the chairman. He helped us get some of the stormwater track stuff going. And Greg helped us out with stormwater right in the beginning. But the first year or two, I think I gave a presentation probably each year for the first 5 years.
That's what it's been about right from the beginning. Was at the time when we started, there weren't any conferences held that were in our fields here in Salt Lake, and to be able to have something local that people can go to and just reduces the cost a lot for the cities. And the cities have stepped up and said, wow, this is a wonderful place to get training, and makes a huge difference.
As the years rolled by, the conference grew and grew. In 2003, Trace saw an opportunity to bring Angela Ritchie onto the team. An expert in marketing, Angela helped the conference grow and thrive.
We were at the Cultural Center when I started, and we had maybe about, 500 people coming to the conference, and it was busting at the seams. People were standing at the back of the rooms, and I could see the growth potential. And, I had the knowledge and experience to use, some of the new technology platforms related to marketing. And then that really took us to that next level.
Former President Ed Ruffner included maintenance and front lines workers, which helped to push the conference above and beyond.
Well, I look back to when I first started with APWA, and I was ready to drop out because I felt it was just for engineers. And by, I guess, comments that I made to people, they decided I needed to be on the board. So they put me on the board, and I got the operation and maintenance track going, and now I think it's a great program. I mean, I look at how it's grown.
I could see that we had the ability to bring in every aspect of public works. So primarily it was stormwater. We were trying to fill this need to educate public works people on stormwater education, but then I could see that fleets was being neglected, and sanitation. And so we started to kind of expand from there. And that's the reason we started to bring on the different tracks. We saw growth go then from some 500 to an easy 1,000. And then I think we were close to 2,200 when I left.
So 25 years later, we decided to get everyone together to reminisce, talk about all the conference experiences we've had. There haven't always been home runs. There have been a few hiccups.
Oh yeah. When I had Lynn from UDOT doing I'm sure Angie told the story too. I had Lynn doing a presentation on snow removal. He goes, excuse me, I don't feel well. He ran out the door, puked all over the floor, went to the bathroom and came back in and finished up his presentation. And we're all sitting there in shock because there's puke all over the floor. We had to get somebody to pick it up so that we could finish. No one left the room. He said he was going to come back, and he came back and finished. So that's probably the most interesting one I've ever had. It happened. I mean, he just looked real funny and goes, ugh. And then he comes back in and he goes, lesson to all, don't eat McDonald's breakfast sandwiches.
We want to celebrate the people who make the conference happen and the people who we make it happen for. That's the committee and all the public works professionals who support our communities.
I think it really comes down to professionalism and that being proud to be a public works employee. They have been the unsung hero for so long that we really tried to bring it in front of the public in some ways. These projects that we work on are the lifeblood of our community.
I think Greg Poole has done a great job of pulling together people that are gung-ho and love what they do. Greg really took a hold of the conference and took off with it. You know, I've got a lot of respect for him because in 2019, we did the snow conference, a national snow conference, and I was president of the chapter at the time. It really kind of bombed me out because I got really involved with it, got everything going, and then I had kind of a kick in the butt with what health issues that I didn't even get to go to the conference when it was here. You know, and I was lucky enough with the people that I had on the committee with me getting that going that it just, you know, I just said, hey, I need you to take over with my health. I just can't do it. And it went through, and we had nothing but compliments from that conference. So, you know, you've got to have a great committee behind you. And I think Greg has done a good job selecting people.
That's what, if anything, is the secret to the success of APWA. It's involving lots of good people. The people on the committee are what's made this a success over the years. It's just, you know, we have some amazing people in our profession, in public works in general. And again, so many people have contributed so much over the years just to make it, you know, and nobody probably more than Trace Robinson.
So happy 25th APWA Fall Conference. Here's to 25 more.
Happy 25th.
Happy 25th.
Happy 25th.
Happy 25th.
Happy 25th.
Happy 25th.
Happy 25th anniversary, APWA Utah from Salt Lake County Public Works.
Happy 25th.
Happy 25-year anniversary APWA conference.
Happy 25th, what? happy 25th APWA conference.